Hey, what's up guys? I'm back with another video, and before we get into the set review, I'll give you a quick spoiler warning. If you have not seen The Goblet of Fire or read the book, then you have been warned. 3, 2, 1. Okay, here is the Rise of Voldemort set. It's at number 75965, and it has 184 pieces. And this is a really cool scene. Here's the box for the set. And here's the back of the box, which has another scene and some features. And this scene is closer to the one I depicted. But anyways, this is the set itself. And I'm gonna get the Triwizard Cup out of the way first. So this is a built-up version of the Triwizard Cup, and I think it looks better compared to the one in the first collectible minifigure series for Harry Potter. And yes, later in 2020 there will be a series 2, which is exciting. But yeah, that's pretty important to the scene. If you've seen the movie or watched or read the book, which the book is better, let's be honest. But anyways, here. Okay, sorry about that. My camera does that. It falls, but anyways, here's the set, and I really like the detail on this thing. There's a lot of foliage and some tombstones like this one with the frog, and some basic ones, and then this one over here is the most built up, and it even has some detail in the back. I have some figures posed here, but we'll look at them closer later on. You've also got the statue of something, and then the cauldron with some fire. We'll look at the contents of that later as well. And you can see, I'll move Harry out of the way for a minute. You can see it says Tom Riddle. That is, it's a little blurry. It's not focusing, but it does say Tom Riddle because this is his grave. And there's the back, and you have some clips, and I put some wands there. So I'll give Harry his. There we go. And now he's ready to fight Voldemort. But where could Voldemort be? Well, I'll get to that at the end of the after I show you everything else besides the figures. But first, let's look at this cauldron. And just like in the movie and in the books, the content of it are a little baby piece for Voldemort, which I think looks pretty accurate. And then the bone of the father, and then the hand of the servant, although this is a little weird because it's, I guess this hand is supposed to look like it's being gloved, but it's not a real minifigure hand. I think this was the best decision to make it less gruesome. And then finally the drop of blood. Yes, this is a piece representing blood officially. It's blood of the enemy, which is Harry. But yeah, we'll put that back on the fire. And we gotta say, there aren't too many things you can do with the set, but it is great for having like little battles, duels, and it's just great scenery, and it has great figures. And speaking of figures, here we go. Voldemort will rise from the grave in 3, 2, 1. There we go. It's a very simple mechanism. And now I will grab his wand from the back of his grave, because obviously he is Tom Riddle. Oh. But we'll give him his wand, because he cannot hold it while he's in the mechanism. I'll fix Harry's wand real quick. Gonna make sure they can hold it in all the ways they're supposed to. But the mechanism is straightforward. You put Voldemort here, and then you put him back, and then you drop this down on him, and then open it up. It'll let him come up and knock that back down. And if you do it quick, it looks like he just popped out of the ground. And then the tombstone fell. But I think that's a neat little mechanism. So not complicated at all. Not too many technical pieces in this set. But it works really well. And I really wanted this set. Especially because of the figures, which are really cool. Which, speaking of the figures, now we will look at them. But we'll start with Harry, the star of the show. And this is his Tri-Wizard tournament uniform. He's got that kind of checker pattern that is on the Quidditch match thing especially, which I will review later. But then he has the mid legs, so he can do, so he has more posability than minifigures with short legs, but they are still shorter than like adult size legs. That we'll see on Wormtail later. And he has this nice hairpiece. But if we take that off, we can turn his head around. Then you can see his second face, which is not that different, and it is the same one from the what's it called? Expecto Patronum, which I reviewed previously. So go check that out if you like Harry Potter Legos. Sorry, my camera isn't focusing too well. But then here is Wormtail. Boo. For him, because he's very evil, even though he's really just coward. But he also has a wand. It's the same color as Harry's. Yeah, and then they can do this with their wand if you get them to hold it right. And then he comes with a dagger, and there is a spare dagger and spare wands for Voldemort and the random Death Eater, but there aren't spares for them too, because they use the same like cut for the wands. But then here's his second face, which isn't that different, especially with the mouth, but his like surprised, shocked, which goes with this character pretty well, as opposed to the more angry look here. That camera needs to focus. Focus. There we go. I'll show you Harry again. Alright, yeah. Now you can see him better. Alright, you just gotta tap it. But then, here is this guy. I'm gonna call him Avery because I remember that name for some reason. And yeah, so anyways, he's got the new dress piece and very simple torso, but looks good. The standard wizard looking hat. And that face is very pale. It goes with his character, but Yeah, maybe it needs to be a little darker, but that's fine. I don't know. Just like the point that, just wanted to point that out. And then finally, here is Voldemort. And look at that creepy smile. He has those two nostril slits because that's one of his defining features. But he gives him actually more of a nose than Harry, which is weird because he has less of a nose in the movie. But yeah. Then he has his robes. Kind of got some green on there. I don't know if you could see it too well. But yeah. He's simple looking, but a very cool character to have. And then finally, I won't forget about this guy. I'm not going to take anything off. I'll just show you the weapon and that this is a minifigure. Although it is not listed as a minifigure. I just showed that to you because, you know, it is a minifigure, just doesn't have anything on it. But that is gonna do it for this review. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please consider subscribing, and please leave a like if you like it, of course. Tell me what you think about this in the comment section below, and I will see you guys next time.